You may have seen the claim that the United Arab Emirates is now the fourth largest investor in Africa. Some posts say this is proof of a major geopolitical shift. Others say the numbers are exaggerated. So what is actually true? Let us break this down carefully. Section 1. Where the figure comes from. Recent reports from UAE government sources state that total Emirati investments and commitments in Africa have reached around $110 billion. Based on these figures, officials describe the UAE as the fourth largest global investor in Africa. That ranking usually places the UAE behind the European Union, the United States, and China. This claim is repeated by several business publications and investment forums. Section 2. What kind of investments these are. Most UAE investment in Africa focuses on a few key sectors: ports and logistics, energy and renewables, real estate, telecommunications, mining and infrastructure. Major Emirati companies such as DP World, Masdar, and Emirates Global Aluminium are heavily involved in projects across the continent. These are real projects with real capital behind them. Section 3. The important nuance. But there is an important detail. The $110 billion figure mostly refers to investment commitments and announced projects over a recent time window. That is not the same thing as total foreign direct investment stock accumulated over decades. Traditional FDI stock data still shows Europe, the United States, and China as the dominant long-term investors in Africa. So the UAE ranking depends on how the data is measured. Section 4. Why rankings change. Investment rankings can shift depending on three factors: the time period being measured, whether commitments or completed investments are counted, whether a country or a regional bloc is being compared. For example, the European Union is often counted as one bloc in some rankings and as separate countries in others. That alone can change the table. Section 5. What this means in reality. Regardless of rankings, one fact is clear. UAE economic involvement in Africa has grown very rapidly in the last decade. Trade routes, ports, and energy partnerships between the Gulf and Africa are expanding. This represents a real shift in global economic relationships. But it does not mean older investors have disappeared. Conclusion. So is the claim true? Partly yes. In certain recent investment commitment rankings, the UAE is indeed listed as the fourth largest investor in Africa. But that is not the same as being the fourth largest holder of total African assets. As always, context matters more than headlines. Facts first. Context always.